welcome back to Simply Saffron by Pooja Seal. I'm Pooja, and today I'm going to share one of the most popular recipe from everywhere around the world. Like, the kids love it, the adults love it. It's nothing but pizza, and this is one of the most simplest pizza recipe you can find in the world. Like, it's from scratch to the table. It'll like probably around an hour or maybe a little bit more, nothing more than that. So you must be wondering, how is that possible? Well, it is possible. It's a very basic pizza recipe, not much complications, just flour, salt, sugar, yeast and warm water. That's it. You'll make the dough, and then you use whatever sauce you want to put in, whatever toppings you want to put in, and whatever cheese you want to put in, and it's done. So let me show you how. So before we start with the procedure, the first thing we need to do is turn on your oven at 450 Fahrenheit, and then we'll start the process. So I'm doing a 2 large pizza. So if you want to do 1 large pizza, just cut it in half. The recipe, just cut it in half. So first we need 2 cups of warm water. So we are adding it to the bowl. And to that we are going to add 2 tablespoons of active dry yeast and 2 tablespoons of sugar. We'll mix it, and then we'll leave it for about 5 minutes so that the yeast blooms. So let's wait for 5 minutes has passed, and this is how the yeast mixture looks. So in this we are going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So we'll mix it, the olive oil, and I have 2 teaspoonfuls of salt and 4 cups of all-purpose flour. So I'm going to add the salt to the flour. Now we'll add the flour to the yeast mixture, and then we'll mix it all together. So we have to make a dough out of it. So let's see how much flour it needs. The basic is 4 cups of flour. Then we'll keep on adding a little bit by bit, so that it loses all the wetness and it becomes a little like a tighter dough. You don't want shaggy dough like this. So after we have mixed the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients, we are going to transfer it into a floured surface, and then we are going to knead it by adding a little bit of flour at a time till it becomes a smooth dough. So we are done with the dough. This is how it should look. It's pretty, the wetness is gone, and it's just normal pizza dough. So what you can do right now, you can just put it in the oven and bake it, or you can leave it for 5 to 10 minutes to get more fluffier texture. So if you want a more flatter, just you can just bake it, or just wait for 5 minutes. So I'm going to wait for 5 minutes. So this is after 5 minutes. You see the dough, I have cut it into 2 since I'm making 2 large pizzas. I prefer rectangular baking sheets because it's easy to cut and easy to put the, like, you can, if you want like half of this to be one type and half of this to be the other type, then it's easier to do. So in one of these, I'm going to take the half of the dough and just spread it with my fingertip. So I've spread it across the baking sheet, and now I'm going to perforate it with the help of a fork. and we'll pre-bake it in 450 for 5 minutes. And once 5 minutes is done, we're going to take it out, put our sauce, then the toppings, then the cheese, and a little bit of one trick, like before you put the toppings, you can add on the top of the sauce, you can add a little bit of cheese so that the toppings get attached to the cheese, and then you put the cheese on top and you have your pizza. We have pre-baked the pizza for 5 minutes, and then we'll add the homemade tomato sauce, and then we'll add the toppings. So I'm done with putting the toppings on the pizza. So I have, this one is a pepperoni pizza with mushrooms, onions, and bell pepper, and some jalapeno slices too. And this one has a vegetarian pizza with onion, mushrooms, spinach, and I like to put some artichokes too, artichoke hearts, and some fig jam. Actually, if you like, you add fig jam, it just adds the real sweetness to the pizza. And if you want, you can add some jalapenos too. So this will go in the oven at 450 degree Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes until the cheese bubbles up and it's turns golden and the ends of the pizza are browned, the crust is brown. So that is it. So our pizzas are ready, and you can see how good the crust looks, and the cheese has melted, and it's just literally few minutes and it is done. So you saw how easy it is to make pizza. I don't think so you're going to the pizzeria next weekend. So this is done in about an hour, and you can see how fluffy the crust looks. See, it's all fluffy and nice, and the cheese is melted, and the vegetarian pizza looks awesome. Hopefully you will make it, and yeah, I'm sure you'll love it. So please don't forget to subscribe and like my YouTube channel, Simply Saffron by Pooja Seal. And don't forget to push the bell icon, because you will get notified every time I upload any kind of cooking video. And also check the description box, because it will have all the ingredients list, and also sometimes the substitutes which you can use. And also, like if you have like this one, I made 2 pizzas, so if you need 1 pizza, I'll have the measurement there too. So see you next then. Bye.